Okay, I don't know about you, but my productivity is currently sat in one of Dante's 9 rings, right? And so it is middle of January 2026. And although we started off the year pretty okay, life is kicking my bum right now. It is 27 minutes past 8. I have been free of all responsibilities, of all housework, of everything since literally 6:30. I can tell you that I have spent all of those 2 hours sat on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, you name it, anything but the book I went upstairs to read. And so this whole time I could have been sat editing my thumbnail for this video this weekend, finishing my book that I've literally been wanting to read for so long that honestly, if you, like me, really struggle with attention, focus, productivity, things like that, then me and you are the same. And I'm struggling. I really am struggling. So I have literally asked Ben to take my phone away because the screen time focus does not work. I know all the pins, and that is my issue. And so here I am trying my very best to stay productive. And so in the evenings, I think this week, it is a Tuesday, by the way, this week I'm gonna give Ben my phone. I have a very sleepy baba. We are going to sit and do the 2 thumbnails I'm going to A and B test for my next video up this Friday. It's all edited, it's all up, I just haven't done the thumbnail yet, so that's fantastic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sit and put Law & Order SVU on because that is my show. Then what we're going to do is however long it takes to do that, if it's up to the dog walk, fine. If it's not up to the dog walk, we're then going to read however long of my book it takes to go up to the dog walk. This is The Bookseller by Tim Sullivan, and I'm hoping filming this video is going to really hold me accountable for the rest of the week. And I mean that. I really want to be held accountable. I really want to get stuff done. I've got videos I need to edit, pre-filmed, and I'd like to read my book. There's no way I'm going to make my January TBR this month. That is for certain. But I don't want it to become like a resentment of like, oh, I never make my TBR. I just want to read, and I want to enjoy it, and I want to make time for it. We're going to do the thumbnail. Let's do that. Okay. Oh, let's let that focus. There we go. So I've done my thumbnail. Ben and I are going to go on a dog walk. That's nice and productive. It's 10 to 9. I feel very good that I've done my thumbnail. I feel like I've actually done something this evening. We're going to go on a dog walk because these girls need to be tired before bed. Then we'll come back and play with them. And then I think I might do a little bit of, not crochet, what's it called? Cross stitch in bed and read my book. Okay, good morning. I'm doing a little bit of an update on my phone in the work car park. So last night I did finish my thumbnail. Not only did I finish my thumbnail, we went on a lovely dog walk. I came back and then I sat in bed and I read 55 pages, which was fantastic. And I slept pretty good last night, I think. But yeah, I would say that giving Ben my phone yesterday and turning it off and not having anything to do with it after my slump was a fantastic decision, and I will absolutely be doing that again tonight. But we're going to go to work today. I'm going to see if I can read any more on my lunch breaks and things, or while packages are getting delivered and stuff, in between some manual labour. And I shall see when I get home. We have nothing planned this evening, literally apart from me doing another thumbnail. So let's see if I can be more productive this evening, do my thumbnail this evening and my reading journal. I want to sit and do my reading journal, and maybe even some planning. Let's try. Righty, see you later. I go to work. Okay, this is an absolutely phenomenal angle and you're gonna have to deal with the lighting in here. We are back in the office that is now an office again, thankfully. I am being productive again. It is much earlier on in the evening than it was yesterday. We are at 26 minutes past 6. And as you can tell by my face, I'm very excited. I'm lucky enough that with my job being so understanding that I can take some short notice holiday at the moment. And so tomorrow I'm off all day, which means productivity. They know I'm taking a day off for an admin day, essentially is what I called it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend the day tomorrow doing life admin with Ben and I, sorting our finances for next month, just getting the house sorted, things like that, because at the end, if you can hear running around, that's the dogs. At the end of this month, starting February, I am going back to the training school for the company I work for, which means I will be away in the hotel for another month. For this evening, it's nice and early. We are going to start our productivity now. As you saw last night, I was wearing the same jumper. It is the next day, I promise. Hey, yeah, do it downstairs. As you saw from the video, I did complete my thumbnail, and Ben and I went on a walk. I slept pretty well last night, much better. Tonight's goal is to sit and upload my thumbnail. I was going to do some A/B testing, but I'm actually quite happy with my thumbnail. I don't know. We'll see. If I sit and I doodle another thumbnail, then I'll pop it on and we'll see. At the moment, I've just been A and B testing titles, which has kind of worked quite well. I honestly can't thank you guys enough, because all of a sudden I find myself 10 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers. And this YouTube journey for me started in like what, May of 2024, and we're now January 2026, and to say that I'm nearly 1,000 subscribers in that amount of time, considering I've been so inconsistent with my uploading, you know, due to life, is just, I can't thank you enough, honestly. The comments, the support, everything has meant everything to me. I love it, so thank you so much. And if you're here watching this video, it's all because of you guys, so thank you. This is Marjorie Jane, if you haven't met her yet. This is my teacup pup. She's tiny. Okay, so before I get sidetracked any further, the plan tonight is to sit and upload the thumbnail I was talking about, and then I am also going to sit and do a little bit more editing for a video that I'm really not happy with, and I'm honestly genuinely thinking of scrapping. But that's fine because I have other videos I can edit in time for next week, so it's not a problem. It's okay. And then what I'm going to do, I think, is I might sit and do a bit of organising. I've made a very important phone call today, which has relieved a little bit of pressure, which is lovely. So I am feeling more productive already. I think maybe just like putting those vibes out into this video, holding me accountable, is what's been the best bit. I am going to read tonight. I read 55 pages last night, I think it was, which I literally said to you, like, I'm feeling so unproductive, and I ended up reading 55 bloody pages or something like that, which was fantastic. I will not finish my book today, despite wanting to. I still have 5 books on my TBR, and it is the 20th of January. I have 11 days left to read 5 books. I'm doing so well. But my plan is if I can be productive this evening while I have the energy, then tomorrow can be spent reading. My plan is to sit with the fact that I am not going to finish January's TBR, and that's okay. I'm going to mood read, and I'm going to pick the books that call to me the most and that I just feel like reading the most. I bloomin' love when YouTube picks my thumbnail for me. Oh, nearly dropped my iPad. It's a look, isn't it? I'm gonna go and I'll be back in a sec because I don't know about you, this is really overwhelming me.
Many hours later.
Okay, coming at you a little bit later.
Hi.
I did my editing, I uploaded my thumbnail. The video I said I'm not very happy with, I am now really quite happy with, to the point where it's gonna go up, but it's gonna be good. It's not one that I want to cancel anymore. Not long after that, I started to feel incredibly sick. Went and lay down on the sofa, had a snuggle with the girls, watched some Law and Order, of course, and now Ben and I are getting a KFC. Ben had to do my injection in my leg for my migraines. That made me feel like shit. It's literally 10:30 at night, and for a pick-me-up, because I'm off tomorrow, we've got a KFC. Ben didn't eat much today, I didn't eat much today, and we just thought, why not? We're both tired. Let's fill our bellies. We've gone kind of healthy. I've gone for a chicken and salad wrap. Ben didn't. He got spicy honey chicken burger with chips. But we sat in the van, we thought we'd take it for a spin, get it out driving. Some things are happening. I will link Ben's channel in the description below. I literally just turned on the camera and scared myself because I forgot I had a face mask on. It is Wednesday, my admin day. It is 11:29 in the morning. Come on then. So she gets back in her bed. Wonderful. We are sat at the desk, ready for the day, obviously apart from the face mask. The plan is to sit and do my finances this morning. I've read a bit more of the bookseller. I read 5 pages yesterday. Shocking. But it's fine. I'm going to sit and do my finances. Then I am going to sit, I think, and do some colouring. Really fancy some colouring today. Also because I forgot I had this book, and I have only coloured in, not even finished colouring in, one of the pages. And I don't have the fancy cool markers, I have those like Crayola ones. Also really want to get through some more of Ruthless Vows today. I think I've had like a 3-week break on this. We are just shy of 50%, we're chapter 23, Incandescent Hearts, and I miss it. I started reading it on audiobook, or I started listening to it on Libby, and then my hold ran out. Now I want to read it. Anyway, we're going to sit and do the finances. It shouldn't take me too long. We also need to go to Tesco, get some dog food, get prescriptions, things like that. So that's cool. We're going to have a productive couple of hours, and we're going to have a relaxing couple of hours on purpose. So without further ado, let's have a look. Does anyone know if Macs have calculators? They do. Why? Oh! You're joking! This is how Ben and I communicate. He texted me 20 minutes ago while I was up having a shower. Oh, totally forgot to tell you as well. I just went upstairs after my shower and cleaned the bathroom and tidied the bedroom, and I feel fantastic about it. Absolutely fantastic. I'm making good choices. I definitely think taking today off as an admin day was the best choice. I'm doing well. I'm enjoying it. We're going to sit and do the finances, which obviously I won't film because it's not just my finances. Okay, I'm back. I took my face mask off. I have a Glam Glow moisturising face mask on. I was going to put on a sheet mask, but I don't have the energy if I'm really brutally honest. So we're going to sit and we're going to do the finances. Like I said, I'm going to have to put you in the middle because I need to see my computer screens here and here. Like I said, I'm not going to show you the ins and outs of my financing productivity hour, but I'll talk you through it anyway. Okay, so I start off by opening up a page on my Notability. I adore Notability. So I go to New, I open my New, and I bring up a template. Now for some reason, I always use the engineering grid in black. I don't know what it is, but I always have. And without fail, every time I name this Maths with Jess. Feb. Because it's for Feb. And that is as far as our screen recording is going to go, obviously, because we're going to get into some personal things. But I always name it Maths with Jess. If it's Ben's finances I'm doing, it's Maths with Ben. It started off as a little joke because I really struggle with my maths massively. I'm getting better and it's now just become a long running joke. Right, so going through HMRC app. For those of you in America, HMRC is HM Revenue and Customs, Majesty's Revenue and Customs. That's how we figure out paychecks and things. Okay, so I'll probably just speed all of this up anyway, but I go through, figure out what my income is for the month, and you're probably thinking, Jess, how do you not know what your income is for the month? Somehow it changes by like £10 every month, and I really don't know why, because I am on a salary. Make it make sense? I don't know how. But the main thing about this month's finances, we are going to calculate without my mileage claim, because then I just know what I've got to work with, and it's a surprise when I get my mileage money through. I'm going to go ahead and do that. You're not going to want to see it. I don't want you to see it. It's private. And we'll come back once I've done that, and maybe we can talk books and reading and stuff like that. Okay, bye. Okay, we're back. It is currently 1:25. It did only take me 25 minutes to do my finances for the month, but I went and did my makeup. Ben and I had a long chat about processes that we are going through and stuff like that. I also sat and I stamped my book, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know if any of you have these library stamps, but I'm having the issue that some parts of it are just not stamping properly, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if you can help me. What else is there to tell you? We've been quite productive today. Like I said, clean the bathroom, clean the bedroom, done the finances. What I'm gonna now sit and do, now that we've done the finances bit, is I'm gonna sit and enjoy some, it's not Divine Rivals, is it? It's Ruthless Vows. Sit and enjoy some Ruthless Vows. I'm on chapter 23. Should we see if we can read about 30 pages, get to chapter 27, and I believe that's about halfway. Let's try and do that. The girls are fast asleep. This room is such a junk room right now, so do excuse me. I think what I'm gonna do is put a timer on. I have been using Forest. I have been using Forest for years, and I mean years. And why do you sound angry about this, Jess? Well, that's because I opened the app up the other day for the first time in 3 weeks, and everything requires a subscription now. I am fuming. I'm absolutely fuming because this app got me through 2 degrees, 5 years worth of university studies. This app got me through, and now everything you have to subscribe for. I can still use the basic stuff, which is fine, but I'm really annoyed. I'm really annoyed also because it seems that when I go on my Forest and I go to year and I go back through the years, there's nothing there. Someone make that make sense. I only have last year's. So I don't know. I'm really irritated. but we're still going to use it. Let's put through what I want to do, 33 pages, and that's about less than an hour. So what it's literally 2 minutes to 1:30. Let's put on a 25-minute timer. I love the 25-minute timers. That is my base. We're going to do a 25-minute timer. I've got to do a deep focus. We're going to set up some YouTube because I want some calm music. Classical music when you're on a deadline. Don't know about you, but I love classical music. Let's mute the microphone. Let's read for 25 minutes. Iris has just jumped off a roof and is running away from Dacre's soldiers. Keep picking the damn book upside down. I'll see you in a sec. You've seen this spot so many times before, and you know exactly what I'm going to tell you. It's 8:15, and what have I done today? Nothing. Obviously, apart from my full-time job that I went to today, I've done nothing. We took the dogs on a dog walk. I fear that is allowed and productive. Anyway, kind of wanted to come on here and say we're going to start this evening properly. Kind of late, but off days are okay. Off days are okay, especially when I got home and had the latest migraine. That was great. Don't know what happened there, just appeared. It is currently in the background, so we still have it. It's at like a 4 or 5, which for me is, I can try my hardest to ignore it, and I'm probably going to feel it in the middle of the night, but I'm going to ignore it because I don't want to sit and let it kill me. And by that I mean ruin my evening. But I want to tell you about the book that I bought yesterday. We have The Last Wish, The Witcher. Now, I did mention in a video previously that I bought The Witcher Blood of Elves, which is book 1, but turns out this is book 0.7 according to Goodreads. So I fear I have to read this first, which is fine. On the back it literally also says The Last Wish is the first book set in the epic Witcher world. Ben and I have literally just started the Witcher series last week, and we are on season 2, episode 2, and it is fantastic. I'm annoyed that I didn't read the books first, but I am a slow reader, and so would probably have not gotten to them in time to keep up with the hype. And that's okay. Second up, WH Smiths have done it again, and they have released the paperback of Fearless a week before anyone else does. I literally couldn't be more excited, because I told you this about Fourth Wing, I told you this about Olivia Blake, and I think I told you this about Lightlark, that I do not read the series unless I have all the books in the same format. Obviously the last one I'm missing is Fearful, but that's fine. This is the next book in the Powerless series, and I'm so excited. If you can hear talking, Ben's on his game. On top of this, yesterday I read some more of Ruthless Vows, and I forgot how fantastical these books are when I read them. I say these books, I've only read the only other one in the series. I forgot how special these books are and how much I love them. I had read this, or should I say listened to this, over Christmas on audiobook through Libby, and then my hold ran out, and I'm still waiting for that back. So instead of just sitting this dormant on my bookshelf, I thought I'd pick it up, and I read yesterday, and I'm so excited. It was really I read something like 28 pages in 35 minutes or something, which is not great, but it's not awful considering I read around 40 to 47 pages an hour. That's quite on par. Actually, that's quite good. Update on The Bookseller by Tim Sullivan. I am 120 pages from the end, so I think I might actually sit and just razz that out tonight, to be honest with you. I'm not doing any editing tonight because of my migraine. I know it would absolutely be silly to sit and stare at a screen and hurt my head. The other alternative I could do to be more productive is sit and fill out my 2026 reading journal. Now, I'll do a quick little show and tell for you here because I'm not doing a video on this year. I feel like last year doing a video on it and forcing me to fill it out all in one go for like aesthetic YouTube video actually ruined the experience for me. And so we're just authentically filling it out as I go this year. So this is my 2026 title page. Cute, sparkly. Once again, we've done reading goals and my rating system, as I always do. This is a work in progress. This is the annual bookshelf I always do. This year's a bit different here, so we've got reading goals. I've got 44 on here, so I'm going to do one page here and then further down the line another page, because my reading goal I believe I set on Goodreads was like 73 or 75, in between 2024's reading goal and 2025's reading goal. So I've done 75 just to be realistic. And I've also done like a key down here. So romance is pink, fantasy is like a sky blue, thriller's a dark navy, cozy mystery's like a peach, young adult is teal, sci-fi is aqua, and like a dystopian, I'm thinking more like Chateaume, just added that on there, that's like a purple. So yeah, we've also got our monthly, so we've got all the months across here, and then heading up, I think I've done a maximum of 12 books. It would be a miracle if I read 12 books in a month, but at least it gives space just in case because of the audiobooks I listen to. So far we're down 2 books in January. We've done 2 weeks in January. We've done The Gingerbread Bakery, Do Not Disturb. We're reading the third, which is Tim Sullivan. We're also reading Ruthless Vows, and we're also listening to A Vow So... always forget it. Do you remember when I told you I was listening to A Curse So Cruel and Lovely? Well, the third book appeared on Libby, and so... oh, A Vow So Bold and Deadly by Brigid Kemmerer. I've heard great things about them, and so we're reading the third one. I'm 24% of the way through. I am reading 3 books at a time, but Ruthless Vows is the one I feel like picking it up. A Vow So Bold and Deadly is my on the way to work and on the way home from work, and then The Bookseller is whenever I feel like picking it up, because my Kindle is so easy to pick up on my lunch breaks at work. I do remember whipping out my book at work in the van with my teammates, and one of them laughed out loud. I am the only female craft staff member at my entire depot, and so a couple of those things make them laugh, like me whipping out a book or filing my nails in random places when I've got a hangnail. It's quite interesting, but I digress. We still have 5 books left on the January TBR, and it's the 22nd. Now I'm not mad, because at the rate we're going we will have finished 5 books this month, but I do want to read more. The other productive thing I could do is my little crochet. I'm crocheting a books bookmark. Have been for a while, thoroughly enjoying it. If you haven't done crochet cross stitch, oh my god, every time I call it crochet. If you haven't done cross stitch, get yourself on the cross stitch, because this is what I've done so far. Stinking cute, am I right? Not only does it keep my like fine motor skills going, but it's great to just unwind, and I often do it when YouTube's on. I don't often do it when I'm listening to an audiobook, because I find myself wandering off in thought, which is quite interesting. It is now 27 minutes past 7. I am going to shut my phone. Oh, I've just dropped the phone on the dog. I have the 2 dogs down here. I'm going to stop, turn my phone off. I think I have something silly like 2 hours left on this book, if that. 2 hours and 4 minutes left. Let's be real. Let's read an hour of this book. We're literally back in the same position, almost exactly 24 hours later than you last saw me. If you couldn't tell, I'm shattered. I'm suffering from a very nasty migraine, but I think this one's brought on by the occipital nerve, I believe it's called. I have a sorely neck. Anyway, let's update you. Last night I did read for that hour. I did get down to 56 minutes left in my book. So I actually read over an hour because I had 2 hours and 4 minutes left. So I read for an hour and 8 minutes, which was great. Let me tell you what I did that was productive. I read for the hour and 8 minutes, and then I went upstairs and I did a full proper wind down for bed. Really, really needed it. I've also realised as well that by doing this week of being like productive and staying off my phone, like, how am I gonna show you that it worked? What I can do is at the end of this week we can go back and have a look at my screen time from last week, and then we can have a look at my screen time from this week and see if I have been productive in reducing my screen time, average and per day. We'll see what happens, but I have exactly 12 minutes left of my book. We're gonna read this, and then I actually do think I'm going to fill out my reading journal. I do have some work bits I need to do, but since it's Friday night, I'm going to leave it until I'm feeling a bit more productive tomorrow morning. This video is going to go on to Saturday, Sunday too, so it's fine. After that, we will be moving on to Ruthless Vows. I plan on getting the majority of this done before I start one of my next books in my TBR. I literally have this Saturday, Sunday, and then up until the Sunday after, which is the 1st of Feb, to read another book. So I want to finish this, finish my audiobook, and finish a book from my TBR. We are currently sat with... I always hold this the wrong way. It's because I'm right-handed. I hold it like this. I'm right-handed, so the mug looks really boring. But if I was left-handed, how stinking cute. Right, it is... You can only see Ben's face. That's hilarious. Let's try and see if the contrast, the exposure... It's 2042. We are going to turn off my phone and read the last 12 minutes of The Bookseller. I do want to tell you, it had a fantastic twist, which if I'd have thought hard enough, I probably could have seen coming, but I didn't. What I can do as well this week is I've been recording the pages I'm reading per day for my reading journal, so we could also go through that at the end of the week too. I feel like that would be quite cool to see, because I think I also recorded last week, so we can see total pages of the week and then per day as well. See if I've been more productive in my reading. Look how gorgeous this lighting is and how cosy this is. Come here. I am sat reading. 4 minutes left of this chapter, which means I've got 10 minutes left of the book. How cozy. I'm gonna go because I'm sure you have seen thousands of clips of me reading. Okay, odd place to be starting today, but it's a Saturday. I'm being productive, I'm hanging the washing out. That's how we're starting the day. We're also starting the day off by the fact that we have Amy, our lovely good friend, 10-year-old with us today. So we're childminding. I'm not going to hang my pants out in front of you, but I'm going to hang the washing out and then we're going to take the dogs for a walk. So I'll see you on the dog walk. Good afternoon, nearly said good morning, but it is in fact now the afternoon. We went on the dog walk, as you saw. We went to the park. You saw I hung up some washing. I hung up some more washing. And now oh my gosh, now it's 3 o'clock, 6 minutes to 3. And we're going to be more productive. Ben has taken Amy outside to have a look at the van, because she is literally interested in anything. We were watching Disenchantment, and then I was like, right, I'm going to go work on the van. And Amy was like, I want to see, so... That's what we're doing, that's what they're doing. I have some things. We went to the charity shop. I bought myself a secondhand copy of the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I have already read it, but I don't have this copy. And I thought if I've already read it, and I literally just need it as a trophy, I'm gonna buy the cheapest one of it possible. I think it was £2. Second up, there's a dog on the way. You good, girl? Now you see her. Second up, we have The Cold-Blooded Killer, or Cold-Blooded Killer by Alex Pine. You might see an upcoming video somewhere if I ever use the footage. I read a book by Alex Pine, my first Alex Pine book, called The Winter Killer, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was very, very interesting. And so I thought I'd pick up a second of his books. He has quite a few. So there's The Christmas Killer, The Killer in the Snow, The Winter Killer, The Night Before Christmas, and The Killer in the Cold, and Cold-Blooded Killer. And it's all about the same DCI James Walker. As you know, I love my detective inspectors, detective constables, whatever, especially thrillers. So those were my little purchases this morning. £2 again, so fantastic. Let's talk about it. Did you just turn my Kindle on? That's really funny. Last night we did in fact finish The Bookseller. I was gonna come back to you, like I said I would, and then the headache that hit me was truly agonising. And so I went to bed. But before I went to bed, I did finish my book, which I felt great about. Not only that, turns out Kindle Unlimited had Ruthless Vows. We can get going with Ruthless Vows. Read a little bit of it today, about 2 pages. I have already decided that I am going to read The Family Remains once I'm a little bit further through Ruthless Vows. So I have the full Family Remains book to read between, well, it's Saturday, so this Saturday and next Saturday. I have 7 days, including today. I also have 7 days to read the second half. Is this upside down? Oh, love that. Just over 50% of Ruthless Vows. Can she do it? I think she can. We have been very active today and I'm very grateful because I've not been on my phone. I don't even know what my screen time's at for today. Should we have a look? Today, it's an hour and 24 minutes. 39 minutes on Instagram, 5 minutes Facebook, 3 minutes WhatsApp, 3 minutes Monzo, YouTube Studio for 2 minutes. I've picked my phone up 52 times today. Let's just put it on airplane mode. I think that's a smart idea. Do you want to say hello? Okay, so the plan is to sit and read some more Ruthless Vows. I have sat and done a little bit of my reading journal. I forgot though, I also own 2 of Tim Sullivan's short stories, George Cross short stories, so I'm really tempted just to read more this month. Read a couple of those. I don't know. Where are we in Ruthless Vows? We're on page 195. Let's make it to... Where's part 4? I feel like we're quite far away from part 4. Part 4, Crescendo of Dreams, 287. Do you think maybe we can make that today? I feel like if I really put my mind to it, I could. But... let's do it. Let me show you my reading journal. Let me show you what I filled out today. So, what did I fill out? I added to my books. I need to colour them in. I've also added to these, we're 3 down of 44 on this page. 3 down on the months, even though I'm currently reading 2 books. That would be the audiobook and Ruthless Vows. I also need to fill out my pages, but that's what's on my phone. I can also tick off that I've bought Fearless, very exciting. I also need to go through and do my yearly reading, so exactly. Also got my reading challenge, and then I just need to put in book bingo. So I have stuff to do, but let's go ahead and start getting these, what is it? 92 pages. 92 pages until part 4. Let's see if we can read that, because I feel like once I hit part 4, we'll be far enough through that I think I'll feel comfortable with starting The Family Remains and then still being able to get both done. Let's get to it. Okay, lighting's awful, do forgive me. If you couldn't tell, Ben and I are in our van. Let me show you some cool things we've done to the van. Ben has his entire gaming setup in here. And we still have enough storage for everything, including our gas cooker, which we can cook on. Ben's gonna sit and game. I am gonna sit and read and watch some Law and Order SUV. We are parked at McDonald's. We literally just came to test out the free Wi-Fi. Ben's only gonna game to see if the free Wi-Fi works.
Do a round or 2.
Yeah. In the UK, a lot of the like motorway Starbucks car parks are open 24/7. You can pay to park overnight. So if we are going van camping or stealth camping or whatever, and Ben has his gaming setup in here, then he can play. That's the plan. I've been quite productive today. I think I told you what we did today so far. Had a bit of a crash earlier, to be honest with you. Both Ben and I made the silly decision to have a coffee after a really busy day, and both of us are really quite caffeine sensitive. And so that didn't end very well. Hence the reason I'm in all grey sweatsuit with my Grinch socks on, and I'm pooped. But I am having my second wind. I am 47% of the way through Ruthless Vows. I still want to get to part 4 today.
You're just throwing a guess, a number. You can exactly that versus one of the big guy. Would it be both of us?
Huh? Okay, so as you've seen, I have been sat cross-stitching for the morning. I think the plan is now to... I read some more of this morning actually, so I need to just make sure that I know where I am. Okay, Chapter 31, page 219. I will get there. I need to sit down and properly get going with reading this. So what I think I'm going to do is go upstairs and fill out my reading journal like I said I was going to do the other night, and then sit and fly through some of this because I reckon I could, to be honest with you. We've got nothing to do today. I don't know if I showed you, this is the cross stitch I'm doing. I was also given this one for Christmas. How cute. So yeah, that's the plan. I have both of the girls asleep on my lap. I'm feeling like I have been productive this week, but I have also made sure that I have prioritised myself and my day-to-day recovery, which I think is really important. When we get to the end of the video though, I will come to like a conclusion about how this week went, but today is still a productive day and we're still going to fill that time with productivity. We've got editing to do too. Maybe we'll do reading journal editing, reading as a reward, like a reward. Okay. Okay, of course we're back in the reading spot. It is Sunday evening. I will be doing an outro to this video possibly tomorrow evening, just because we haven't finished the day yet, so we haven't finished being productive. I filmed an entire YouTube video today and I'm very proud of myself because it will be up literally at the end of next week. For you guys, it will be the week before this video, or 2 weeks before this video, or 2 videos before this video. I'm not sure. Anyway, I filmed my February TBR, very happy with it, very excited for the TBR books. They are behind me. I will not be showing you, of course, because that would be a spoiler. But very exciting news happened this evening. Ruthless Vows came back onto Libby as my hold, so I can listen to Ruthless Vows again. I think that was the issue, is that I started listening to it, got really quickly through it, and then lost the hold because it ran out of time. And so then was not reading it as quickly as I usually was. Couldn't get into the book because I hadn't started the book physically. Don't mind me and my Mackie's milk. So I have the book back, which means in the mornings on the way to work I can listen to my Ruthless Vows. Very excited because it's getting good. It's getting very good. But I obviously still have the physical book that I can sit and read through, which is fantastic. Which also means, like I said in the beginning of the week, if I get a certain way through I can start reading. Stop licking. It also means that this evening I can start reading The Family Remains. Now, I have the goal to finish all 431 pages of this by Sunday. Sunday is the 1st of Feb, which will be the first day that I start my February TBR. So I really want to get at least one more book done before the end of Feb. My goal is though that February being the shortest month of the year, that I still manage to read at least 5 books. So that's more than a book a week. I think I've done fantastically this week. I've prioritised myself. I am really glad I have prioritised myself, because in the days that I did want to be productive, instead of kind of beating myself up for sitting on my phone, I've done it in moderation. Like on the days that I really don't have the brain capacity to do anything productive, I've gone, yeah, you know what, let's give myself an hour or 2 of brain rot, and that's totally okay. Second off, I've filmed a video, I've edited a video. I've uploaded a video, I've finished a book, I've read some more of another, I've updated part of my reading journal, I've done copious amounts of washing. The one thing I haven't done is my work, as in my work. I have a weekly diary that I have to fill out, but it's fine because I think I'm going to take like half an office day tomorrow to do that. If not, I will make time to do it tomorrow evening. I also have made a point of putting my phone down. And on Saturday we had our lovely friend's daughter Amy with us, and we went on a lovely long like 40-minute dog walk, went to the park. It was really lovely. But with all that being said, I'm very excited. This is the second in the duology for The Family Upstairs. This is The Family Remains, Their Secrets Can't Stay Buried Forever. So this one, let me read the back to you. Prepare to be hooked. Early morning on the foreshore of the River Thames, a bag of bones is discovered. Human bones. DI Samuel Owusu quickly sends the bag for forensic examination. The bones are those of a young woman killed by a blow to the head many years ago. Alongside the bag is a trail of clues which leads DI Owusu to a mansion in Chelsea where 30 years previously 3 people lay dead while a baby upstairs waited for someone to pick her up. 4 deaths, an unsolved mystery, a family whose secrets can't stay buried forever. Now, I don't exactly remember how The Family Upstairs finished, but I do remember it being incredibly chilling. It was one of those books that I read very quickly, but I was hooked, and I remember finishing it and being like, oh my god, what have I just read? Like, actually kind of scared to read the second one, but I think I've left it long enough that I have a dog licking my toe. I feel I've left it long enough that I can do it. Also, these books are really cool. Look, it's got like a false cut front cover, and then let's get going. I'm really hoping I can get through these. I do like Lisa Jules' writing, having only read her one book, and I think I read it in 2023. So if her writing's the same, then I'm sure I'll be fine. Have a sneeze. That came out of nowhere. Let's start the book.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
This is reading really quickly already. I'm really quite excited. D.I. Owusu has just come across the bag of bones. That's it. That's all we've read in the prologue. I love it when you have like a thriller or a crime mystery or something where you are going through the scene or the series of events with the detective. That's my kind of mystery, thriller, whatever. I find those a little bit less stressful as well. More of like a whodunit mystery puzzle. And I was a little bit concerned considering how like chilling and drastic the family upstairs was, considering it was from the views of one of the children. And this isn't. This is from the view of D.I. Samuel Owusu, which for me is much nicer. I'm going to put a prediction on this, having just read the first page and a half of the prologue, and I'm going to say this is going to be about 4 stars. The way Lisa Jules writes literally means I can just read like this. Anyway, 4.5 stars I think this is going to be. Very excited. You'll probably see this in another video. If not, if you head to the link in my description, I will try my hardest to remember to do a Goodreads review on this once I'm done. I rarely do Goodreads reviews, but I think that's because I struggle, like I've said previously in other videos, to put my words into, put my words down on paper. And so I'll do my best on this one. But you'll see what I rated it anyway in my Goodreads. Also, go follow my Instagram down below because I post on my book account, so you might as well see it there too. I will probably come back to you for the outro tomorrow. I think this has been a very productive week, and I thank you so much for watching. And I will see you in the next clip for a roundup of my pages I read this week, because I think that'll be interesting for you guys to see compared to the week before. My screen time this week during this video compared to the week before, and maybe if I figured out any tips or anything that I'd like to share with you, or any revelations. We'll see. Have a fantastic night, guys. Hello everyone, we are finally outroing this video. It's been a very long time, but I think it's about time we do it. So, we completed a few books this month when I was trying to be productive. And I will say, I think I was fairly productive, but there are definitely a few things I would like me to take away from this video, and I'd like you to take away from this video. Now, the first thing is pressure. I put way too much pressure on myself for this video, for this productivity week, and I think it did more harm than good. Purely because as much as I did relax, it didn't feel very natural, and I think maybe if I hadn't put so much pressure on myself, but just made a really concerted effort to not go on my phone, it might have been different. I don't know. I've written down here my pages for the week before and the week of this video. The one issue I have is I was going to look at screen time, and it doesn't go back that far because we're a little bit ahead of time since filming this. One thing I will say is I do remember very clearly that when I filmed this, my screen time filming this productive week while turning my phone off was actually quite significantly more than the week before. I don't know how. The only thing I can think is that on the days that I didn't turn my phone off, but I was reading, I was listening to brown noise or something on YouTube, and having that up for like an hour of reading was adding to my reading time. It's the only thing I can think of because I actually physically turned my phone off quite a few times that week. Let's talk about pages read, because this is where I definitely see a little bit of a difference I'm really quite happy with. So we'll do the week of this video and we'll do the week before this video. So on the Monday the week before, we read 88. But the Monday of this video, we read 55. It like gets worse and gets better. The Tuesday before, we read 85 pages, and the Tuesday of, we read 6 pages. The Wednesday before, we read 45 pages, and the Wednesday of, we read 69 pages. The Thursday before, we read 17 pages, and the Thursday of, we read 76 pages. We're getting there. Friday before, 16, Friday of, 46. Saturday before, 0. Saturday of, 14. Sunday before, 96. Sunday of 68. That means in total, the week before this challenge, normal reading week, no extra productivity, I read 349 pages. The week of, when I was extra productive and I had all of this going on and I put my phone down and put reading first, I read 334 pages. This video was not a success. And you know what? I'm totally okay with it. I'm so okay with it because I think this just goes to show that putting extra pressure doesn't always help. Yes, knuckling down and like being extra conscious is great, but putting actual physical pressure on productivity, you know, doing what you see online with everyone doing, you know, getting their shit done and stuff like that and reading loads, it doesn't work for everyone. And it doesn't work for me, obviously. You know, what am I supposed to do? I can't just like become that person, clearly, because that's not me. And I will read when I want to read and I will be productive when I want to be productive. My main goal of the video was to see if I could read more and put my reading first. On top of that, getting household jobs done or editing or stuff like that, you know, reading journal, whatever, and enjoying my crochet, my cross-stitch hobby was also on there. And you know what? Those to me are the goals that mattered because I got more housework done and felt tidier. I got my videos edited and I felt better. I spent 2 large chunks of this video doing my cross stitch, which I haven't sat down and done in months. Now to me, that screams success because I did do the goals I wanted to do. So I'm actually really happy about it, you know. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. Maybe we can take this like productivity sprint and turn it into something different. I know right now this was filmed in January. We're literally day 1 of March, just to put that into perspective. I know that February was a great reading month and I think maybe the way I did this video here that you're watching now was the wrong way to go about it, but you will see after this one how I went about it in February, and I think I learned from my mistakes. So yeah, I'm really happy. Please guys, like, subscribe, comment down below any videos you'd like to see me do. I'm getting back to it. I'm really thoroughly enjoying it. Been a heck of a start to the year. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment, talk to me about books, you name it. I shall see you next week.
Should I be concerned?